ACEs, it stands for Adverse Childhood Experiences. It really is derived from the Adverse Childhood Experiences study that was a collaboration between Vincent Felitti, an internist at Kaiser Permanente in San Diego, and Rob Anda, who is an internist epidemiologist who was working at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in Atlanta. And what they did, based upon some pilot work that Dr. Felitti had done in his prevention program, is that they focused on 10. They chose 10 of the major stressors, including the major forms of child maltreatment, sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional, psychological abuse, 2 forms of neglect in terms of general neglect, psychological neglect, and then 5 forms of family stress, being exposed to violence in the home. The primary source of violence in homes is intimate partner violence. Having a family member with a mental illness, having a family member with a substance use abuse problem, losing a parent through divorce, death, or incarceration, which is actually a separate category in the original 10 ACEs. But what the ACE study did is that by overly simplifying each of these categories and scoring 1 point for each, they made visible that which many of us working in mental health and other areas of public health already knew. We knew that as you add stress and adversity to people's lives, they tend to have more problems and more health problems. But by applying this 10-factor analysis to a very large population of patients in the Kaiser Permanente system, in the prevention program, they were able to show this stepwise progression, a dose-response relationship between the number of major stressors out of this list of 10 and many long-term major health, behavior, and other problems, relationship problems, problems with employment. So what the ACE study did is it gave us a relatively oversimplified way of seeing this major impact that these kinds of stressors can have. Having a lot of stress drives one down socioeconomically. It diminishes productivity, and it adds a burden to society in a whole host of ways.